It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's Spurs basketball to get this one going, underway in Texas. It down with authority. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Shot from in close, no good. To Aldridge. Rock in the rim.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
T-Wolves with the basketball. T to Wiggins. Probing the defense. Has a look. Shot by Wiggins. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes...
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
To Towns. Finish that. DeRozan with the basketball. Leads 4. Big finish at the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Deep trying to finish, but he can't get it to go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jog is only going to escalate.
2 points to the board.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Here comes the screen. Jeff T. Missed his first. That one goes.
Just remember an old saying here, you're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
To DeRozan. Beyond the arc for 3, his first effort, off the mark. Teague with it up top, 8-2 our score. Down to 4 in the shot clock. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Rudy Gay. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
T. Here comes the screen. To Wiggins. Towns with the look. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Teague with the basketball. Trailing by 10. And he's going to the line to shoot 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Karl Anthony Towns. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooting. Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. first half. To Aldridge. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To DeRozan. 4-3. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Spurs. Tosses. Aldridge. Short jumper. Won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Layup goes down. Well done.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you give poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
There, won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Rudy Gay. Lets it fly from long range. Rudy Gay, tough shot.
Come on, Rudy Gay.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Towns. The drive. Right to the...
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Got it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Teague with it up top. Down 12. To Valanciunas. Cleans it up. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. 2-of-4 now.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Down low Towns. Off the assist.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Aldridge. Rudy Gay. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
T. They get it down for Towns. Rejected.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
That's rebounded by the Spurs. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. To T. And count the basket inside.
You have to understand something. If you want to win this game, there should be one rule and one rule only. You never give up easy buckets, even if you have to give a hard foul. Make him earn it like a charity stripe.
To DeRozan. Down now by DeRozan. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. guarantee it.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Hello? Hello?
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Covington. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl-Anthony Towns.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Has a chance. Aminu with a shot that's off.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Covington to Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns. He's 3 for 7.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
It was right there. To Towns, down low. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early.
Cat don't ever shush my crowd.
And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Goes to the left side. Pass to the rim. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. And he knocks it down, Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
San Antonio ball. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Great dish to set it up. And one. Towns got his protein in today. He's going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Karl-Anthony Towns at the line for a chance at a 3-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Can't convert the free throw. Spurs in possession. To Stanley Johnson. Fires the 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively, get in the stance, and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Down low Towns. Had it. Can't connect from his side. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Right now, San Antonio's possession. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
They get it down for Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. He's at 50%. Solid.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
DeRozan with it. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Deep three at the buzzer. We play one at AT&T Center with the Spurs out in front. Jay and I back with more of NBA Wednesday night on EA Sports after this. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they can push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
San Antonio with the basketball. Rudy Gay matched up with Wiggins. He was hacked. They laid down. Teague with the basketball. Now down 6. To Kevin Huerter. To Wiggins. Trying to cash in. Wiggins, his shot. No. The foul won't go either.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
To Rudy Gay. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Teague with it up top. Down 6. Has a look. Teague, a shot. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contract, finishing strong is key.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. That won't go. Teague with the basketball. Down 4. The shot Almost. Rudy Gay. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
T to Wiggins, to Towns, down low. Shot from in close, no good. Spurs have it.
So that it must have been Team Rocket that kidnapped Sancho.
Over the right side.
Wake up!
To Hall.
Hey! Where am I? What's going on here? Prepare for trouble. Team Rocket, use the old motto to protect the world from devastation.
Rudy Gay.
We've got a big problem in the X division.
Has a chance. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the angle on that landing. You don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Spurs will take the timeout as they talk things over here in the second quarter.
Gear up, Rip City. Gear up, Rip City. Gear up, Rip City.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Down low to Rosen. True corner.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by a ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. We need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate into that lane and win.
Curling shot. Huge denial. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. There, but it's no good. Covington to Towns. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oh, he's knocked it away.
Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Towns. The shot clock expires. To DeRozan. Short jumper misses. Wiggins. Now pass stolen by the Spurs.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Sizing up the defense to Towns. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Aldridge. Nothing going here on that drive. Aldridge. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Wiggins. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, he's denied.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Tough make through traffic.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Minnesota basketball. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. To Towns. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Wiggins. Down low Towns. Nice finish at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now whistle. San Antonio's going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To DeRozan. Trying to cash in. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. To Covington. Towns. Got a piece of it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oh, I missed a short one there. Oh, nice swat. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover.
I wonder how many blocks I got. 10? Wow.
A Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Aldridge. From long range. That's not his range. It's no good. Wiggins picked up by DeRozan. They get it down for Towns. Can't connect. For three, that out of his range and no good. To Towns. Won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy triple.
Count the bucket for two. Minnesota at the controls. To Valanciunas. Has a look. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. Smith now into the front court. Trailing by 10. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Towns. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
You ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defenders. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Teague with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Valanciunas. Wiggins, defended by DeMar DeRozan. Teague to Towns. Finds a shoot for Minnesota. Here's Towns. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in.
Aldridge to Stanley Johnson. Fires the three. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Beyond the arc for three, and Minnesota claims the rebound. Timberwolves have the basketball. Covington to Towns. The rebound taken by San Antonio. Johnson leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To T. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To DeRozan. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Ah, the monster stuff. Desperation shot here from half court. It's good.
Hell
It
no.
gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. That's it for the first half. The Spurs have the lead.
That was not in my playbook.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Spurs will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs.
The first family flashback versus Magic Johnson.
In this
The only
and even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Assists.
We're seeing unselfish basketball in this matchup, with each team turning good shots into great shots. These squads really know how to let it flow.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Minnesota with the basketball to Wiggins. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shot won't go.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. The first half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
Wiggins to T. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Shot by T. Won't go down.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
DeRozan with the basketball. Leads 5. Nothing going here on that drive. The Spurs have the board. DeRozan with it. Up 5. Throws it up. Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air. Make that 11. Good recovery. The possession not dead yet. T-Wolves with the basketball. Wiggins, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Towns. Nice pass to set things up.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Spurs will take the timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. To DeRozan. 4-3. And DeMar DeRozan still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
T to Towns. Shot from the lane won't go. Aldridge against Karl Anthony Towns. DeRozan. That one off the mark. It's no good. Wiggins to T. Off the mark. DeRozan with the basketball. Up by 6. There's the toss. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now 4 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Towns. No good. To DeRozan. And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. The Timberwolves have the basketball. T to Towns. LaMarcus Aldridge pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Valanciunas. And the denial.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And the rebound taken in by T. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
T to Valanciunas. Gets it in the right corner. Towns. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
To Wiggins. It's a big finish.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Shot by Valanciunas off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
It's Minnesota basketball. To Valanciunas. Surveys the floor. Wiggins, defended by the UConn product. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. Fires the three, shakes free, and hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here's a chance from long range. Rudy Gay, tough shot there, no good. Smith with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. Works it. To Wiggins, to Towns, down low. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
San Antonio ball.
Got him.
To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. DeMar DeRozan is going to get 3 shots here for his career, 82%, and hits the first free throw. Hits the second, one more coming. 3 for 3, nice. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the...
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Wiggins. Here comes the screen. He's denied.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Stanley Johnson. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Stanley Johnson from long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Stanley Johnson with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. And he misses that one free throw. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. To Kevin Huerter. The pass. Set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Mouse in the house.
To DeRozan. And the rebound taken in by the T-Wolves. Covington to Kevin Herter. Not that time. To DeRozan. For three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second of three is good. Hits all three free throws.
I got mine. Y'all get yours. I got mine. Watch that cut. I got the cut. Watch the cut. Watch the cut. Here comes the screen. Here comes the screen. Here comes the screen.
And scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To DeRozan, trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Lays it up and in.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Off the mark on his free throw. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Kevin Herter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Herter can't connect that time. To DeRozan. And stuffs it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the three. Off the mark. No good. Aldridge. Can't connect from in close. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And Jay, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh? Here we go. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. Here we go. We got him. We got him.
1 minute remaining.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Minnesota at the controls.
Right. Try to come through. Try to come through.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Got him. We got him.
To Aldridge. Has a look. Aldridge, the shot won't go down.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Covington. Screen coming. Covington. 4-3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Deep three at the buzzer. Knocks down the first. Second to three, got it. And he hits all 3 free throws. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Spurs way out in front. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they could win this game by 50.
Timberwolves have the basketball. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas, now 3 for 9.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Teague with the basketball. Down a bundle to Valanciunas. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
My ball. I'm in. You don't want it. You don't want it.
To Rudy Gay. Fires the three. They dared him, and he burns them.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Smith into the front court. His guys down big. Teague. Cruises inside for 2.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Off the assist.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
To Kevin Huerter. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Minnesota with the basketball. Teague. Looking for his man. Won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. T, guarded by Rudy Gay, and takes it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Cashes in for two.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Teague with it up top. He'll run the offense.
Watch the pick. You see it.
Nice swat that time.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Spurs in possession. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. T to Valanciunas. Jumper's good.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
You gotta get up on that.
Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
T-Wolves with the basketball. T to Valanciunas. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
Old school equals high percentage.
To DeRozan. A tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Teague with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Valanciunas. Right now, San Antonio's possession. To Aldridge. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Has a look. Cleans it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
DeRozan with it. His guys holding the big lead. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
New blood coming in for both sides.
All right, y'all. I won't be doing the Rockets versus the Pistons game. That'll be another time. Just giving y'all a heads up. I gave y'all the last game, so next week I'll probably do the Pistons and the Rockets. I don't know what day, but I'll keep y'all updated.
Focusing on the rim.
DeRozan with the basketball. Here's a chance from long range, and DeMar DeRozan, zero hesitation, pulls the trigger on the three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And DeMar DeRozan, no one in his postal code, hits it for three.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Shot by Smith, off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Got a piece to knock it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Block shot.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. To Towns. You've got to get that one to go. And he buries it. To Towns. Oh!
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And he's going to the line to shoot two.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Karl-Anthony Towns at the line for two shots. His percentage right now, 57%. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Go to work, man.
To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. It's Minnesota basketball. Valanciunas to Covington. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
To Valanciunas. Covington. They get it down for Towns. Oh, he blocked it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
I'm hillside.
DeRozan. And slams it down. Big finish for Aldridge.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Valanciunas. The drive, right to the basket. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl Anthony Towns. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
San Antonio with the basketball. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
To Aldridge. And count the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Has a chance? Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To DeRozan for 3.
Here we go.
Not that time. He misses. Teague with it up top. His guys down big. To Towns. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Long key from three-quarters court. It's the Spurs who are victorious. They're now 2-0 in this young season. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs came away with the victory in this one. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the 3 ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs. The Timberwolves put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Assists.
These guys walked in with the game plan, and they walked out with the win. And these highlights, they tell even more of the story.
player of the game.
Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the San Antonio Spurs. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.